Hi, it's me. I'm not sure whether you're aware of this or not, but I've always felt our relationship is important. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be telling this to you now. I think I would be doing myself and the other people who suffer mental illness a disservice if I didn't try to explain mental illness better. It's a complicated issue, and I really feel that you need some more information to more fully understand me and my experience. I have a complicated diagnosis. Officially, it's post-traumatic stress disorder, borderline personality disorder, and major depressive disorder. The PTSD is due to my childhood trauma. My father was incredibly abusive in many different ways. I endured that till I was 12. My mother was in and out of the hospital with her own mental illness. She had multiple personality disorder, now known as DID, because of her own childhood abuse. Her personality was split into different aspects called alters. She would dissociate, meaning she'd lose track of who she was, her thoughts, feelings, sense of identity. Essentially, she'd black out mentally, but still be functioning physically as one of her alters. It was scary, because sometimes she would get very violent all of a sudden, or would start screaming or crying, or would wee on the floor. There was a 2-year period where she was fully hospitalised, and my dad told us that she'd left us and was never coming back. Knowing what I know now, he probably thought she'd never get out of the hospital. I'm surprised she actually did. All of that was traumatic, and it's what caused the PTSD. I still experience flashbacks at times, an experience where I'm reliving a past event like I'm really there. I also get nightmares and anxiety, but not like I used to. It tends to be when I get triggered, when something happens in the now that reminds me of past events, and then I get anxiety, flashbacks, or nightmares. It really is so much better now, but it's taken a massive amount of work. I got help from Let's Talk, and personally I found them to be incredibly helpful. They put me on a course of EMDR, which they said could help with post-traumatic stress, and that has been really empowering. The results have been life-changing. The borderline personality disorder also came from the childhood events. It's not something you were born with, but rather something that develops. It's not something that can be cured as such. There's no pill to treat it, but the therapies and medication are allowing me to cope with all of this so much better. I have intense and sudden mood swings, and I take antidepressants and diazepam to help with this. I also take an antipsychotic because borderline personality disorder has some dissociative symptoms. I used to self-harm as a way to cope with all of this, and up until 15 months ago, I used to burn myself regularly. I still get urges to burn, but when I do, I call a helpline. The people there give me coping strategies and are really supportive. The other symptoms that I struggle with are intense emotions and abandonment issues. Abandonment issues are the worst. I'm afraid that people will get sick of dealing with me and get up and leave. I'm worried that I might do something, even slight, and they're out the door. It's because, in part, my mum wasn't around when I was younger. My dad also had a string of failed relationships with countless women, and I never felt like I was his priority. My illness has scared a lot of people away. It's been hard. Normal isn't something I've ever really known or understood, but hey, what is normal? I can be very clingy and have an almost childlike attachment to people. I'd do anything for them, and I'm not sure how I'd live without them. Most people learn to have healthy attachments through relationships with their parents. And because my relationships were so traumatic, I guess I never learned. But I am learning now, and I have a better understanding of the people in my life. I do struggle when they're gone, though. It's not something I bring on myself, it's just the way it is. The depression is a chemical process in my brain. It's frustrating because my life is pretty good. I've found a family that loves and accepts me. I have a decent job, even if it is stressful at times, and I have great professional help. I'm doing a course so I can do something I love, which helps me feel like I have a purpose. Every day I make a decision to get out of bed and do my best. It's hard, but with the medications, therapies and support, I manage. But nothing takes it all away completely. I didn't choose this, but I'm doing my best to deal with it. I guess I'm sharing this with you in the hope that you can understand how much someone like me has to go through just to function, and that they are brave and strong. This broken story is my life. It's my daily experience, and your patience, understanding and support will mean the world to me.